Alright guys, welcome back. I know we haven't uploaded in forever. It's been a crazy, gosh, I feel like it's been like 6 months since my wife and I got a video up here. Well, she's not with me right now. She's currently doing some work in the other room, so I'm just going to kind of take this one solo for today. Maybe this weekend her and I can get some stuff recorded. We'll see. But either way, let's kind of address this whole Matt Walsh, Dylan Mulvaney, right-wing drama that we've had lately. And I know we've had a lot of this drama. I covered some of it on my other channel, and basically I'm not interested in participating in just drama farming and just, stirring the pot. I think it's far more important that people realize that we don't need to be at each other's throats. We can disagree on certain things. And I think that's the healthy way to look at it is if you are in the same boat, but you have minor differences, you don't have to air those grievances at each other and spend every minute of the day tearing each other down. I mean, that's just that's not productive. So, long story short, we have Matt Walsh, who has always been very polarizing. He's very outspoken. He's very fiery. He's done a lot of great work over at Daily Wire. He's done that What Is a Woman documentary. I mean, he's a pretty all-around successful guy, right? And he came under some fire this week from the usual sources, Tim Pool, Quartering, a few other podcasters, and I'm sure across the board there's been more than just the few that I saw. Basically, and I can understand the point they were trying to make, Tim Pool, the Quartering, Sydney Watson, they were all saying, look, we agree with what you're saying, you're not factually incorrect, but what we do feel is that there needs to be some level of dial it back a notch, be a little bit nicer, be a little bit kinder with the way you're speaking. All you're going to do is galvanize your base. You're not going to reach anybody. You're not going to find new people. You're just going to make the people who disagree with you even more solidified in their opinion, right? So that's kind of the frame of mind that people like Tim Pool and the Quartering had. Well, the problem is that's not the mindset that Matt Walsh is going at this from. And we'll get into his response video in a second, which I actually think sums up his position quite well, and it does shed light on why it is a failed misconception to believe that you can actually reach most of these people that are ideologically possessed on the opposite side of the aisle. So just a little background here. If you don't know who Dylan Mulvaney is by now, Dylan Mulvaney, according to Wikipedia, born December 29th, 1996. Wow, this person is only 27 years old. Good God. Dylan Mulvaney is an American actress, not actor, actress, and transgender rights activist known for detailing her gender transition in daily videos on social media platform TikTok. If you don't know this person by name, you will definitely know them from the clip that I'll show you in a second. They have to their credit in their acting career something called a Awkwardness, which is a TV series back in 2015, setting out to prove that everybody feels awkward sometimes. Digital influencers go back in time to reenact the most awkward moment of their life. That would have put Dylan at 20 years old in this, and honestly, until the transition, I had no recollection of who this person is. So I'm not even sure that you could call Dylan an actress, but okay. One other show, to their credit, The Honest Show, also in 2015, a comedy series that explores what normal life would be like if everyone spoke honestly. Again, I never heard of it. No one's watched it. Nobody knows anybody who's in it. So it's a sad attempt at giving this person any sort of film credit by calling them an actress. But of course, you probably know Dylan from this viral TikTok video here. Day 66, a nature girl. We'll just go ahead and play it, and you can see for yourself.
Being a girl, and today I'm in nature.
Can't go full screen?
Trees?
All right,
I love
no
them.
full screen, guys, sorry.
Water, lakes? I love them. Heels? They're my hiking heels. I love them.
And this goes on for a little while. Her acting like a female.
Bridges?
Or like what Dylan thinks a woman would act like. So, of course,
Getting Lyme disease.
prancing around in heels in nature, which no woman would actually ever do, or falling over from seeing a bug. This is literally the reason why people are calling this woman face, calling it a performance. This is purely performative. Whether Dylan is truly gender dysphoric, whether Dylan is mentally ill, whether Dylan is just acting or whatever, this is not the way women act. This is not legitimate. No human female acts this way in nature, in public, wearing this ridiculous outfit. It's insane. So this is what Matt Walsh was addressing. He was very blunt, he was very honest, and he was very mean. And honestly, that's okay. So when people called him out for that, this is his response. And we'll play about a minute or two of this.
You'll notice the connecting thread. Okay, they all agree that I'm right, that what I said is factually correct, but they think that it goes too far by saying it out loud. Mulvaney's the one running around like some cartoon of a woman, passing out tampons in the women's room and meeting with the president to defend the mutilation of children, but I went too far.
Now, these are both things that actually did happen. Dylan does claim to carry tampons with them and did get to meet the president. So these are things that have actually verifiably happened.
Well, see, this is where we differ. Because in the culture war, I don't think it's possible to go too far by speaking truth. The truth is the truth. It is what it is. It's the reality. Are we going to defend it or are we going to conceal it? Are we going to embrace it or are we going to hide from it? You can't have it both ways. When it comes to gender ideology, the truth is ugly. It is brutal and harsh and disgusting. I wish it wasn't that way, but it is. I didn't make it that way. I didn't create the ugliness. I'm merely pointing to it and saying, look at this. Look at it for what it is. But you would rather that I soften the blow a little bit, that I dress the truth up to make it prettier, more palatable. You want me to lie to protect the feelings of our enemies. And make no mistake, Dylan Mulvaney is our enemy. He is an open, visible, active, and passionate advocate for the abuse of children, the war on fundamental truth, and the destruction of human society as we know it.
And these are the pieces that make me not even care about how mean somebody is, like Matt Walsh, like anybody who might have a very strong opinion. I have a very strong opinion against this transgender ideology. As a parent, as somebody who has both sons and a daughter, it does bother me on such a disturbing level that there are parents out there that while your children aren't even mentally capable of comprehending most of the basic pieces of life until a certain age, when these people have children as young as 2, 3, 4 years old coming up to them and saying, I'm a girl, I'm a boy, and it's the opposite of the gender that they were actually born, these parents are so ideologically possessed that they will turn around and say, oh, well, my child just told me what their gender was. I'm going to have to listen to them now. You're the parent. You are the one that's supposed to be protecting and safeguarding that child against everybody, including themselves. Children are not highly intelligent creatures. They have to learn through making mistakes. And once they've learned, they can increase their intelligence and make smarter choices later in life. But they are not wired that way at birth. At birth, they are turning into little monsters that want to explore. They want to get into things. They want to demand things. They want to fight for things. That's how children act. You have to nurture and shape that behavior out of them and teach them how to be functioning, capable, courteous adults. It doesn't happen overnight. And encouraging people to either exploit this woman face type of performative mental illness, whatever you want to call it, or to just disregard gender norms in society the way that they've been for thousands of years, it's not helping anybody. And the point that he makes about them being your enemies is 100% true. I did a video on my main channel yesterday, basically talking about how in all of this back and forth between right-wingers, centrists, conservatives, less conservative, libertarian, far-right, whatever, with all the drama we've had lately with Blaze, with Steven Crowder, with the Quartering and Tim Pool, and with Matt Walsh, it's taking away from the fact that we can all stay on our side and bicker. We can all stay on our side and fight each other till we're blue in the face and nitpick every little difference that we have. But the reality is the people on the other side of the fence, they don't care. They are going to come for us and they are going to destroy our society from within in every way possible, subverting everything, every institution that we've ever created. Anything good about our country that's left will be gone soon if we spend all of our time bickering with each other and not worrying about the enemy that we actually have at the gates. And that's really the driving force, I think, behind what Matt Walsh is doing. And yeah, it might seem a bit extreme, it might seem a bit harsh, but the vitriol coming from left-wing ideologues is far worse than anything Matt Walsh has ever said. And, you know, I could go on in this video, but it's a 17-minute video. You should go on and watch it for yourself. But he did just tweet this out a couple days ago. I believe it was yesterday after the video, in reference to the Tennessee legislature has now passed the bill banning child mutilation in the state. We're fighting, we're winning, and we aren't even close to done. And that's, I think, honestly, one of those W's that you have to look at and say, you might not like his style, you might not like how mean he is, you might not like how blunt he is, but somebody has to be willing to speak the truth. Somebody has to be willing to say, you know what? I'm not going to go along with the narrative. I'm not going to go along with whatever it is that you're trying to make me believe, because I can see with my own two eyes what's going on, and I'm going to call it the way I see it. And luckily, there's people out there that do that. So enough of this infighting, enough of the drama. We need to get on the same page and actually try to win something for once. All right, so I'll try to get the wife to join me for the next one, and hopefully you enjoyed what you heard. And until the next one, take it easy.